Good day, YouTube. Today is Sunday. It's the 20th of August 2017. That is one day before the eclipse. And what are we looking at? We are looking at a mess. Guys, this is the carburetor off of the 79 Chris Craft boat that had been sitting for somewhere between 2 and 6 years, depending on who you asked. I was pretty sure that I was going to replace this carburetor. But you know, I've stared at this thing now for a half hour. I went and got the number off of it, and because I was concerned at first this wasn't even a marine carburetor. So I've run the number, and it is in fact a marine carburetor. So it is correct for the boat. Underneath is not as bad as on top, luckily. The intake manifold, there's a little bit of stuff I need to clean up there, but it's not too bad as well. You know, some of the carburetor pieces look like it was maybe gone through before they put it on the boat, and then all of this has occurred. Even that gasket, can you see that there? That gasket is recent. It's not brittle. So I have high hopes when I open this thing up that it's not as ugly on the inside as it is on the outside. My challenges are going to be the steel components of this, because you know, they're totally rusty, and the throttle plates will not open right now. They are stuck, and I've been spraying this thing with PB Blaster since I got the boat, thinking I was just going to free the carburetor up, put a little gas in it, and it would go. But you know, with the air cleaner on it, none of this stuff was visible, and I've just got this air cleaner off this morning and started looking at this thing. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to open this thing up and do an evaluation on it and see if I go forward with it. Again, I was just thinking, let's just buy another one. But you know what? Quadrajets are some of the easiest carburetors to work on. They're very simple. The kits are inexpensive. I think there really is no risk for me to go ahead and open this thing up and let's clean it up. I have one of those old school carburetor chemical tanks that you can't buy anymore because the liquid in them is so nasty. It actually does a very good job of cleaning these. My fluid level is actually going down, so I might have to soak this out in multiple days, like all day for half this carburetor and maybe all night for the other half or something. And the steel components I may have to remove and do an electrolysis tank or something to get them cleaned up so they can go back together. And again, you don't want to paint those things, so I'm not sure how I'm going to create a finish to them that's going to keep them from rusting. So that's what we got. I'm going to put you up on a stand. Let's take this apart, because what's inside could be hilarious. I might get this thing to a point where what I would probably do is clean it up a little bit so they'll accept it as a core. Because if I was looking at this thing as a core, I'd go, nah, not going to happen, buddy. But the core fee on this thing is probably going to exceed the cost of a replacement rebuild carburetor. Let's zoom you in here. Okay. I'm not sure. Hang on just a second. I should have prepared this a little better. Okay, that's better. Let's go in. Let's see what the heck we got. I'm up for it. Some people might tend to use power tools for pulling these screws out. Man, I don't want to twist one off. I don't know what totally to expect here. There we go. There we go. There we go. But if you do it by hand, you can control it a lot better. If you just hit the buzz button and you start busting screws off, your day just got a whole lot worse. So we'll just do these manual-like. If it gets too tedious, I'll go break them loose by hand and we'll buzz them off with a drill. So far, so good. I don't want to jinx myself, but so far, so good. I remember in high school, a buddy of mine had a Quadrajet on a Chevy pickup, and he had bought a rebuild kit for it, and he was going to rebuild it. He had stopped out at my dad's house, and he didn't know what he was doing, and he was actually came out kind of looking for someone to do it for him. So I said, I'll pull it off, I'll rebuild it for you. So we pulled it off, sprayed it out, put the kit in it, put it back together. It didn't take 20 minutes to do it. I mean, it was in pretty good shape. And he was happy. It was still on there when he quit driving that truck. Pretty simple carburetors. They probably made a million of them. Probably made more than a million of them. I was surprised that this has this standard vent right here that vent tube goes up. Most of the marine carburetors I've seen pictures of, the vent comes up and is run back down the throat of the carburetor. And the idea of that is that there's no outgassing of fuel vapors that can escape the air cleaner and potentially cause a fire. So this is a little vacuum damper gizmo. I have seen these with painted bodies. That might help the corrosion thing. We might think about that. So this could be a complete waste of time and effort, but maybe not. Little vacuum line action. Try to keep these as complete as possible, then we don't have to concern ourselves so much with how to get it back together again. Oh, that stuff works. So I got to get this off, the linkage off, but I'll bet I can do it once I pop the top on this. So let's pop the top on it. Where can I stick this? Pry that off here, or just tap it off with a hammer. Or, better yet, the tone is changing, that's a good sign. Going for a hammer. A little hammer. A plastic hammer. Or a metal hammer. Look at that corrosion fall out of here. Wonder how many screws I didn't get out of it. Is there any down the throats of these? Anybody know? I don't see any. When they don't come easy, it's time to double check them. You know, on this side, the bolts that bolt it to the intake manifold go all the way through, so it helps to hold the top down. So there's not as many screws in. Sure seems like it's still bolted down, though. Can't get anything in there. Whoa, come on. What do we got? Hate to do it this way, but what else we got to do? Ooh, is that good? Or no? I don't know. Beat on those cheapy screwdrivers. Come on, come on. That's moving. So something over here has it tight. Those screws went all the way down into the base. Does the base come off? Let's just take the bottom off. There's only 2 screws that hold that on. And they're Phillips. What's up with that? They weren't even that tight. I thought everything on here was going to be rusted to smithereens and risk twisting them off, getting it apart. What a mess. Certainly the worst one I've ever attempted. I use that term attempted. Oh, look at that. Guess I should have tried it first. So, we got to get that linkage piece off. There we go. That was easy enough. Well, it's had a little water in there, but nothing horrible. And these are stuck. Man, we might soak that first. Now, doesn't stink. But those screws did not hold that top on. Did not hold the top on. What's holding the top on? Fear, I think. Fear itself. There was a spot back here that I might be able to pry on with a bigger screwdriver. Oh boy. Somebody out there's going, Glenn, there's that other screw that you're not, it's right there. It's right there. All you got to do is take that screw out and she'll fall apart. Well, I'm looking for it. Dang it, I don't see it. There. 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 How many screws could there possibly be? There's none down in that hole. That one's gone, that one's gone, that one's gone, that one's gone. They're out of there. Okay. Ball peen hammer. Come on, baby. Fail. Come on. Man, I've checked 100 times. What is going on here? There is no evidence that supports that there's other. Let's take this gasket off. Easier with a flat screwdriver. In case it's hiding something. God, I've had a bunch of these parts. I mean, it's been a long time, but I'd be having this thing going back together by now with a kid in it. Fighting screws, come on. It's probably just super stuck, but I'm being a little bit careful. It's a $200 core, from what I've seen, for marine carburetor. Okay, took the gasket off. I'm looking underneath. There is nothing holding that on. Pound it off of there. It's got to go. It's got to go. Come on. Wow. You ever had this much trouble getting the carburetor separated? Man, I could drive a screwdriver in there, but I don't want to hurt any surface on this thing. Last thing I need this thing to do is leak. Oop, we're in. Holy cripe. Is it that corroded together? Really? I could break this thing. That's, wow. There is something seriously holding this thing down. Drive that thing back in there. Surely that's not it. No. Man. Man. Really? These are jets. Right? I shouldn't need to take them out. I don't have any choice. I gotta try. Uh-oh. They were screws. Never assume. Never assume. I bet that was it. You guys are going, I've been trying to tell you. Okay, that one's going to be a little tight. Let's beat on it for a second. Bust it loose. Just like that. Yeah, some of you guys probably took one of these apart last week and you're laughing at me. It's okay. Yeah, here it is. Here it is. You were right. I was wrong. You were right. I was wrong. It's still not. Oh, there's some. There's a linkage right here. I think we need to pop this screw out of here. I'm going to beat on that just for a second. Try to break the rust loose. Some of these little screws you kind of need to put back where they came from, or you won't remember where they were. I know I need to take these shafts out of here to get this thing clean. But for the moment, I'm going to put that screw back. And, well, there's that linkage. There's that linkage. I'm showing myself now in the video in case I need help put it back together. Oh my gosh. I guess it's just the gasket holding it. Well, metering rods. It's not horrible. It's like mold or something. Accelerator pump still pliable, so I'm guessing they did rebuild this thing when they put it on the engine. I have just had a lot of questions about how far they went. You know, did they replace the water pump and the raw water pump and stuff on that engine when they did that? Because you never know about some people. So we got to get the float out of here. Here we go. Put that up there. Doesn't that just fall out? Yep, it does. Well, what do you think? Can we save it? I think we can. I think, look at down in there. It looks like desert sand. I think we can save it. I think I'll, holy crud. I think we'll end this video here, and I'm going to buzz down to Napa and see about getting a carburetor kit for this. Needle and seat, float looks okay, and I'll finish taking a few things out and the screws and so forth, and this ugly fitting, and we'll get this carburetor soaking, and in the next video we'll put it back together again. Oh boy. Right on. Hey guys, thanks for watching videos and going on this boat ride with us. This boat project's going to be quite a project. The wiring is completely screwed up. The thing's been kind of hacked over years, and we've got to make everything right. And we're just got to take things one piece at a time, like this carburetor. Understand if it's fixable or not. I think it is fixable, so we're going to fix it. Because that's half the fun, right? You can just write checks and turn junk into expensive, cool things, or you can take stuff like this and take the time and rebuild it and get that sense of accomplishment that you've taken something that is this ugly and make a fully functioning marine carburetor. And that's what we're going to do. So, again, thanks for watching, commenting, subscribing, and going along with us on the boat ride. And we'll get this carburetor finished, take apart. We'll put it in the tank. Tomorrow or some other day, we'll put this thing back together again and take you along for the ride. Catch you next time.